Hello everyone, welcome back to a new Play Xin Zhao every day until Zaahen is released on Wild Rift. It is day 26 and we are up against a Lee Sin in the enemy jungle. So I think this game is alright, it's pretty balanced, I'll say, our team. We have a scaling mid laner, we have a we have a Soraka as a support, and we have Mbessa and I, who are two very good frontline bruisers that has some ability to engage in a team fight. And Misfortune is always good. I think Misfortune is one of the best ADCs right now. Her ultimate has very good crowd control. Well, not really crowd control, but like choke point control. And it can flip an really well. Her Q damage is super high in the early laning phase. And yeah, the one worry is that the enemy team do have an Aurelion Soul, which are Orianna actually managed to kill him very early and get the first blood. Yes, they traded kills, but first blood is an extra 150 gold, so that's always good. Gnar versus Mbessa is a bit balanced, I will say. A little favoring on Mbessa's side, I think, but I think it is a full skill matchup because Gnar will have to draw the distance very well, kite very well, in order to use his range advantage, while Mbessa has a lot of dashes, which can make her get close to mini Gnar very easily. And if Mbessa plays according to the Mega Gnar timing rage meter, then it would be then it will be where the skill is. Here, I managed to steal the Scuttle away very early from the Lee Sin. I knew he was a Lee Sin, that's why I decided to go for the early fight, since Lee Sin before level 5 is unlikely to kill a Xin Zhao unless he caught me by surprise. Here I decided to keep fighting because the Nautilus was actually very low HP, but my team was a little slow to respond. Eventually they did come, and there we go, we got another kill, and we could have gotten the Nautilus as well. But overall, a very good invade with another extra kill in our bag, and I also helped our bot lane to get ahead just from that one single play. A little greedy on my part, I will admit, but I didn't expect the Nautilus and the Varus to respond so quickly. Still, very good invade, everything turned out very well. I am duo queuing with the Soraka right now, so there is a little bit more communication there than normal. So that is a huge upside, I will say, and one of the only reasons why this play worked. Now I'm pathing up to the Scuttle to see if I can also get an extra one, but by the time I arrived, Lee Sin has already smited it. It's not a huge loss. In fact, he's still one camp behind because I also got a Scuttle and he didn't get any kills. So it's looking very good for Xin Zhao right now because you really want to shut down Lee Sin early. Lee Sin's strength comes from his level 5 where he can just gank the mid lane or the bot lane just by diving in the tower, ulting him out of the tower, and then just follow up with a kick. So now I'm pathing towards up because I do see Gnar is mega right now. So if I do catch the timing right, that means he's going to be mini the moment I dash up, and he won't have a lot of survivability. And my timing was completely perfect. And Lee Sin tried to counter gank, but he is 2 levels below the Mbessa and 1 level below me. So he has no chance to do anything, and we're just completely shutting down the enemy team right now. Our Orianna is actually doing very well against the Aurelion Soul on her own, which is amazing to see. Orianna does have the range advantage. However, Aurelion Soul can be deceptively strong, even without scaling. His breath, his fire breath, being able to extend the trade for very long and do a lot of damage is always something that back then, even when I was playing it mid lane, I just kind of forgot. Like, he's a scaler, but it doesn't mean he's completely weak early on. And here I'm running down to save the Orianna, and it is perfect timing once again. We managed to get the Aurelion Soul quite low, and our Orianna actually aggressively flashed into the tri-bush in order to secure the kill. I'm not very confident that we can get the Lee Sin, since I don't know about the timing. The bot lane is also respawning, so it could be a Nautilus and a Varus hiding in their jungle responding to a gank, and it will be 2v3 before our bot lane can completely react. So instead, I pinged retreat, and our Orianna happily obliged. With the lead that I gave Mbessa is now just completely shutting the Gnar down. And Lee Sin is looking for a gank here, and I'm immediately running in for a counter invade, using my ulti early in order to knock him away in case he doesn't get fallen back. Soraka is doing some massive healing right now, and Misfortune is actually extremely smart. She's continuously poking, and I really can't complain about her movement here. since the lane is kind of done, there's not really an engage anymore. I decided I'm gonna go try to fight the Scuttle first, but then I decided I'm just gonna base and get Trinity Force instead of risking and flipping the Scuttle. Since it's not huge, I don't like getting the Scuttle, of course it would be great, but I don't think it's worth flipping the fight for it, especially I'm not too understanding of the wave state of both mid lane and bot lane. Instead, I return to my jungle clear while Lee Sin is still wasting his time trying and failing at the gank on the bot lane. And because 20 seconds till objective spawn, that means the Lee Sin is still not basing. He's going to be very, very late for getting the objectives and his item. And he's so late that I'm able to get another one of his jungle. Gnar does manage to get like 1 or 2 Krugs back, but otherwise I've stolen most of it. And I have no interest in fighting him right now, I just want to get the objective. I am kind of hovering to make sure that the Gnar is not killing our M-Bessa, and I do want M-Bessa to come over here and help. But it seems like she has a kill angle on the Gnar and forced the little Gnar back to his tower. So I'm just going to drag the Rift Herald out and fight him out here. I'm very confident that I can fight Lee Sin all on my own right now. He's so behind. I stole so many of his camps. I think I stole basically half his jungle. And he has no kills at all, so it's kind of rough for him. And here I know Orianna's gonna clear the lane. She has shown decent macro so far, so I'm just gonna do that. And I do want to contest the dragon. I don't want to just give it to them for free. However, my teammates are not really here to respond, so I have to fall back. And instead, we can look to see if there are any kills to be had. Enemies managed to fall back, but the Aurelion Soul did get caught. So it's mostly our favor right now. We also took first turret, especially with the top lane being so dominant and our mid lane using the Rift Herald. So we have tower advantage, we have man advantage, we have kill advantage, we have gold advantage. So there's not really a reason to dwell anymore. Misfortune needs to play safer. Unfortunately, the Varus actually managed to catch her since the Nautilus point and click ult, and then the Varus just needs to follow up. So yeah, probably a little bit overzealous for my team. We didn't really have to stay there. All we have to do is just actually going back to play standard and just use our lead for the next objective and just continuously farm or force the enemy teams to make a mistake, which just walking up mid won't really do so. Instead, we kind of gave them a way back into the game just by giving the Varus a bit of a shutdown and killing spree. So now I'm coming to kill the red buff so that Misfortune can get it, and then I will just return to just getting my Krugs, and then I will have Sundered Sky. Sundered Sky is extremely good. As the buff for it, I can definitely feel it. I feel the healing. And here I'm trying to catch someone off guard and decided to target the Nautilus since he's the slowest. And M-Bessa, this is what I'm talking about. Xin Zhao and M-Bessa together is extremely strong. The dual front line that has the ability to just dash right in allows us to get 2 quick picks immediately. Aurelion Soul does a great ultimate and almost hit all of us, but M-Bessa managed to tower dive and just get the Aurelion Soul as well. And it's another tower for us with Orianna kind of side laning. She is strong enough to side lane even against a Gnar simply because the Gnar is just so far behind by M-Bessa's efforts. So very well done from my team here, and I think I did kind of minimal effort in terms of fighting. But here we see the Lee Sin is actually doing suddenly a lot of damage. I did not expect that. I nearly got killed for it, and luckily my Soraka was there to heal me and my flash was up. So I do realize I've actually ate 4,000 gold in the bank. That means I'm actually really far behind because I'm not spending this gold. I have a lot of gold, but I'm not spending it. That means I'm like some items behind compared to the Lee Sin. That's probably why he's doing more damage than me. As you saw just now, he actually has boots and Eclipse. Yumimara's Ghostblade and a small item. And I did not. I only have basic boots and Trinity Force. That's why I lost that battle. So that's something I have to very much take note of. Yes, I have the advantage when I have money, but if I'm not spending it, I'm not using it well. So once again, back to my jungle clear, and no more greedy plays for now. There's no objective coming up just yet. It's like 80 seconds, 90 seconds to Baron Nashor, so 1 minute and 30 seconds before an objective spawn will the timer appear. The enemy team do have 1 dragon. That means I do want to try to contest the second dragon. Again, second dragon is the only dragon you really should contest, unless the enemy team already has extreme prio on Rift Herald or whatsoever. But so far, I have decent items. I'm buying Sundered Sky first, usually because I don't know what boots I want. I don't know who on the enemy team is actually the biggest threat, and that's why I don't know which boots to buy, and I don't want to settle for just something yet. Here, I see the M-Bessa is in a little bit of trouble, so the whole team is actually running there to save her. Soraka does an amazing ultimate and gives her just enough HP to survive. And then my Crescent Guard actually disengaged a lot of the enemy damage, and now the enemy is actually set to the back foot. The M-Bessa made a very greedy play into the enemy team, and the whole team actually came back just to save her, which is very nice to see. Varus is actually getting caught by the Misfortune and Soraka, and once again, it's 3 kills to our name, and another potential tower here. I immediately started fighting, hitting the tower, and hope that we can get another advantage. Gnar is actually in the top lane right now, and no one is really there to stop him, which is completely fine. Since we're actually getting tier 2 turrets on both mid lane and bot lane. Unfortunately, the Lee Sin does use his ultimate to first ability combo to kill our Orianna, but that's kind of the power of Lee Sin. Lee Sin can just dive in, kick you back, use his first ability on you, and because you're getting kicked back, you cannot react. You are not able to follow up or dodge, and it's just a kill secure for him. I do have a problem with my footage here because I tried to join the call with my duo, and unfortunately the sound is going to be gone for a little bit until I manage to fix it later. Still, I'm managing to get the dragon first. Our Orianna and M-Bessa did a great job zoning, a little too deep into the enemy, honestly, but we managed to get the dragon and deny soul completely with the Lee Sin being dead. Gnar is coming in with Mega, so I need to be a little bit more careful, and he actually completely boofed his ultimate and just took the blunt of Misfortune's ultimate damage. And here I'm getting some health back because I see the Orianna is still looking to fight. We still have the ability to fight, but I definitely need to focus on the backline first, which is Aurelion Sol. And as you can see, that was the Sundered Sky damage. 458 damage just completely obliterated these squishies while my health gets regenerated really quickly because it heals based on our missing health. And so now this is a very good position for us to start Baron. It's only the Lee Sin that I have to be very worried about. Otherwise, my teammates are all here. And I would prefer it if someone is zoning here right now. Our Soraka is actually helping with the zoning. She's throwing the little circle to try to make sure that there's no vision. And here, the Lee Sin nearly stole the Baron. He smited just like a split second too early. It was 1100 HP, and I didn't want to smite yet because I know someone's going to go for a steal. And he did. If I smited just a little earlier, I would have lost it. Instead, I smited after him. That's why I was able to get the Baron Asher instead. So, very precarious situation. Not a great situation since that could have been a lot safer. Someone could have zoned the Lee Sin a lot easier. And restarting my game, I'm able to have the sound back, though the quality is a little changed because I'm currently in a call with my friend. So, sorry about that, but deal with it, I guess. Once again, we have the Baron Asher buff, and I want to get just the red buff as well, and just clear the jungle as the waves are not currently really pushed up on my side. Here I saw that M-Bessa is starting to get into trouble, so I'm immediately pathing towards her. She has quite a bit of survivability, and if all of us are here, we can definitely flip the fight. So she does manage to get someone very low and get a kill before she completely fell, and now we can slowly look for an engage. Otherwise, I'm just going to look for stealing the enemy team jungle, because getting Baron Asher is not just about pushing turrets, it's about sending the enemy team behind. They are forced to defend the towers because the Baron up minions take so long to kill and does so much damage to your towers. You can use this time to counter jungle, and that's exactly what I did. We even got an inhibitor out of it, and it's my teammates are paying engage the Nexus, which I think it's not the best call, simply because it's pre 15 minutes. That means the Nexus has a large shield that we have to get through, and I don't think we have enough time and manpower to do so at the moment, but I do want to get an inhibitor as another inhibitor. That's why I'm kind of poised in that position, since I have my ultimate to just disengage whenever I want to. Here, I'm making sure that I'm sticking close to Misfortune, so in case anyone dashes into Misfortune, I can immediately use my ultimate to knock them back. Like right here, I can immediately change the engage, and Lee Sin just thought he could assassinate the Misfortune, but I was literally there just bodyguarding the Misfortune. She is our VIP right now, and I'm doing that to protect her. Because as Xin Zhao, I'm falling off. My damage is enough to kill squishies like Aurelion Sol, but otherwise I won't be of much consequence. And here, once again, Misfortune gets a very good ultimate off. I knock up the Nautilus hoping that my teammates can finish him off, but our damage is not quite there and the turret is just doing a little too much damage to us. Instead, our Mbessa turned her view towards the top inhibitor, and I tried to get the Aurelion Soul. The Orianna did an amazing follow-up, and unfortunately my limit has been reached and I was not able to survive for much too longer. However, that is 2 kills in our bag and an inhibitor. Actually, all inhibitors now. So I say it's definitely worth it since my job is done. That's all I need to do. Gnar gets an amazing ultimate and a lot of stun against our team, but our Misfortune is actually spacing very, very well and doing a lot of damage without ever getting CC'd, while our front lines are continuously being a very good front line. So here, with 4 people dead, I believe there is an angle to end the game. That's why I'm kind of like looking right here. Gnar does have the ability to clear the wave pretty fast, especially if he's able to get Mega, but my teammates are already like hitting the Nexus instead. Nearly got it, very close to getting it, but the enemies are respawning. So Misfortune really has to start hitting the Nexuses like just a little bit more. I bought a Guardian Angel and I'm just like, I probably won't make it. That's why I'm just looking at the Nexus. My teammates should be able to finish this game off with the next minion wave. And I'm inching towards it, just inching towards this dragon, just in case we don't get it. But yeah, Mbessa was able to completely damage the Nexus at the end. And another W for our team. I did play the early game really well with a very good follow-up from my duo lane. Having a duo in the team is always way easier. And as you can see, we are in Master Tier now. So I am hoping the games are going to be a little better, but let's just say it doesn't feel too different. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see you once again tomorrow with another Xin Zhao game.